Guys, obviously it wasn't the usual start to the game that we've been accustomed to. How did that change the complexity of this game, and what did it take to eventually get things rolling?
I feel like all our guys are ready at any moment. So I feel like when they did that that change in the starting lineup, I feel like it didn't really affect us. I feel like we just have to be ready at all times.
Yeah, all our guys can start. We feel like anybody can come out and start the game. Yeah, it wasn't the start we wanted, but at the end, when your number's called, you gotta be ready to go. And those, Kaleb came in, did his job. Dre came in, did his. So did KY.
What did it take in the second half to put together a run to finally kind of take control of the game?
Defensive stops. We started getting stops. We stopped letting them get easy scores. We finally started communicating like we have been the past previous games, and we did what we do. We play Ohio State basketball.
It felt like the play where CJ went over the crowd and then Luther went into the crowd. It something like that kind of energized you. Did you guys feel that, and maybe that'd be a turning point in the game?
Yeah, that definitely was something like. It was tough, like just seeing that your brothers giving that great of effort, even though we're down, like that's just something that we do all the time. But just seeing it in a game when you really need it, that was tough.
All I was going to ask is, was that needed for you guys to go on the run that you did at that point in the game?
I feel like it got our crowd into it a lot. Our crowd got loud after that, and then literally right after that, K got a charge. So then they was electrified even more. So I feel like that sparked our run.
Keyshawn, how do you think you guys handle the zone?
We was patient. We got first half we didn't hit shots. I mean, we got good looks. We ran our stuff. We got what we wanted. We just couldn't hit shots. And then in the second half, we still got good looks, and we got K rolling. Luther got rolling. I got rolling. Like everybody got rolling. Like we said, we just keep taking the shots that they're giving you, and I feel like we did great breaking their zone.
And you didn't take a ton of shots for the game overall, but you only attempted 2 field goals in the first half. Obviously got going a little more in the second half. Were you urged to find your shot a little more, or was it just flow of the game and you found yourself open?
Flow of the game. I just found my shot a little more, and I got going like in the second half.
Coach Padgett from Samford said that Ohio State was bound and determined they were going to go inside in the second half. Could you just talk about that aspect of your offense?
I feel like that's a key to our offense, is just getting paint points, period. I mean, if it's not me, I feel like our guards have gaps, and penetration is key to our offense.
When they took that early lead, how stunning was that? Because you guys have pretty much had your own way most of the season so far.
I feel like what Coach said it best as far as just don't flinch. You know, stuff like that happens. You know, you're going to get down in the game. We're not going to hit shots all the time. So you just have to don't flinch. And, you know, you can always give effort on defense, too. So it's nothing that should never break down.
Coach Padgett also talked quite a bit about unselfish play that he saw tonight and watching you guys on film. How much of an emphasis has that been, given the guards you guys have and the way you can move the ball?
We don't care who scores the ball. That's our thing. If you got an open shot, you shoot the ball. And that's our motto. We want to feed the big fella as much as possible because he draws a lot of attention. And then once we get in the paint, we kick, find an open shot. So for us, it's all about the right shot in our offense. And we love sharing the ball. We get energized after a one more or extra pass or anything like that. So that's just something we like to do.
Given your start with, you know, the 2 big home wins and the big road wins, does a game like this kind of need to happen to kind of refocus the team, especially with some of the young guys maybe buying into being ranked and stuff like that? Can this be a positive to have a little bit closer of a game?
I think so. I mean, we knew they was a great Samford was a great team. We knew that their guards were good, and we had to take their big men out of the game. So this game should open our eyes to show that now everybody's gonna bring us their best. So now we got to be ready for each game and prepare like we want to win every game.
Kaleb, we talk a lot about how you don't come across many guys your size. What's it like to go against a guy who's 7 foot 250, and how'd you think you did against him? He was averaging 17 and 10, and he finished with 2 and 5.
I feel like I got a lot of help from my teammates. You know, as far as I think we watched film, and a lot of teams were giving him a lot of dribbles. He was playing a lot of one-on-one basketball. I feel like my teammates really helped me a lot as far as digging down and making them feel uncomfortable playing in crowds.
Kaleb, I said before the game that the starting lineup changes were because guys were late for pregame preparation or something like that. How do you address that going forward, and I guess what sort of impact did that have on you to have Coach Holtman send a message like that?
I feel like that helped a lot as far as me and the young guys. You know, sometimes we lose focus, and I feel like stuff like that just brings us back down and lets us really know, like, this is important. The little things is going to get us beat one day. So the nip them in the bud right now early in the season really helped.
For both you guys, the next game obviously being at St. John Arena, I just wonder what that might mean to you guys. Maybe Kaleb might mean a little more for you with your dad, but what do you guys think about the opportunity that you guys will have on Friday to play there?
It's a big game, just as far as just St. John's, and our next game, like I say, is the biggest game of the year. You know, that's how you have to approach it. So I feel like that, and my dad played there, so there's a lot of family history. There's going to be a lot of family there, so it's going to be fun.
Keyshawn, you played 37 minutes tonight. Do you feel like your role is kind of being defined as this here early in the season? Do you feel like you're getting kind of an idea of what your role on this team has been?
I think so. I mean, it's pretty much been the same way ever since I've been in college. Coach just tell me to be me. He just want me to be that leader on the floor, off the floor at all times, and just find my spots. And, you know, like I always say, my teammates are on me all the time about being aggressive, and they know I'm coming down the court, I'm looking for them, I'm talking to them at all times on defense, offense. So, I mean, I feel like my role is, I feel like I'm defining my role.